Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Your online activity shouldn't be public. Protect yourself at expressvpn.com/rooster.
Dirty Bingo. Hard mode.
Hey guys, welcome to Dirty Bingo. This is another iteration of this. We did this before, we're gonna play it again. So today we've got Trevor and Iffy joining us.
Hey.
Welcome guys.
What's up?
So to catch everybody up, this is just like bingo. Instead of numbers, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pull a random question, and in order to get the point, you have to tell us a story associated with that question. For instance, if I said, Chris, have you ever snorted a condom, and you wanted to check that box, you'd have to tell us the time about how you snorted a condom.
Out of every single example of something you could have done in your life.
What's a better one?
No, we're keeping that one.
Let's go ahead and switch over to our bingo cards, shall we?
Bingo time.
Bing. Oh.
Big bing time.
Yeah, this is also, it's not bingo, it's Bing. It's 4x4.
Bing.
Are there people that use Bing? Like, seriously?
I use it for like, because they're like, porn search is better. Like if you use their video search feature, it's better for porn than like a Google, which will send you down weird sites that have like malware. But like Bing is really good at being straight to the point of like sending you to the goods.
Oh, so we could do Bing Bus.
There it is. There it is. There, we missed it. Barbara dunked it.
Or Bing Bros.
Well, on that subject, our first question is, have you ever paid for adult content or adult toys?
Well, that's me all the way, 100%. Let me go smash that. I think I support more OnlyFans than I ever have Kickstarters.
So I checked this off, not only for myself, but I also bought Mariel a sex toy called the Womanizer because I got drunk after filming Always Open one day, and I was raving about this thing, and it's like $200, and I bought it for her.
I'm so well versed in the Womanizer because I'm friends with Nicole Byer, and she did that one set one time where she promised everyone that she was speaking it up so high that she promised everyone that she would buy them one, and she didn't expect anyone.
She's like Oprah.
Yeah, she did not expect anyone to cash in, and got like a whole bunch of people.
It's like, check under your chairs, like directly underneath your seat, 'cause it's on right now.
I mean,
you got one, and you got one.
If I remember correctly, the big thing was there's a sucking unit at the top of it.
All right, next question. Have you ever gone more than 5 days without showering?
I used to go to a stay away camp called Culver in Indiana, and they used to do this thing, like there's like these big shower rooms, and you'd walk out, and because there was a problem with people not showering, they would smell your hair and like make sure you were visibly like clean. Well, not all over, but hold on.
Oh man!
Don't read too much into it. Don't make it weird. I just mean like if you
that's just
wet,
extreme,
right? Like you
to
walk
me.
out of a shower, you got nothing but a towel and your little caddy, and so you're like whatever. I would just go around back to where the drinking fountain was and stick my hair in it, and then it'd be wet, and then I'd walk back around. Everything else bone dry. Nothing's changed. Took the world's quickest shower. And I was like,
good tactic.
I'm great. It was weird. That was like the first time there was communal showers. So I was just like, I don't know about this. I'm just going to dip my head in a sink somewhere.
I was just going to say, I didn't think it's weird that they smell you. That's the #1 way to check if kids shower. You couldn't pay me to smell a child's hair because I know they stank. Like that's
Especially in summer camp.
Yeah. You could not. Sorry, I don't get paid enough.
Do you guys ever think back to like how freaking rancid it must have smelt like in the early 1900s or like before that?
All the time.
Often.
People probably didn't brush their teeth. There's like
no, go further
not
back.
a lot of
They had the semblance of hygiene in the 1900s. I feel like the 900s, you know, real muddy, just like in the stables, fisting horse dung for no reason. I don't know what they got up to, but
when I was, I think, either 11 or 12 years old, me and my family went on vacation, and while I was on vacation, I got like all my hair braided.
Ooh.
And when I got back home, I realized that my hair never looked greasy because it was like, you know, all done up. And I was just like, I guess I'd never have to shower. It was also the summertime, so I wasn't going to school or anything. So I think I went like 2 weeks.
I've been playing Last of Us 2, and like the clickers have like crust on the walls. I imagine Barbara just like crusted to her wall.
crust.
It was also the age I discovered masturbating.
Oh, the
room
smells.
was so crusty.
You're like, I don't want to leave my room. I can stay in here and masturbate. I don't have time to shower.
There's nothing like teen funk. Like anytime you go over like a family member's house and they have a teen and you step in that room, that teen, especially like teen dude funk with the socks. They probably have athlete's foot. They, you know, it smells like, you know, gamer goo.
One sock has athlete's foot. The other sock was used for cleaning up the other goo.
Yeah.
That's what Smells Like Teen Spirit came from, right?
All right, next question. Have you ever cheated on an exam, paper, or project?
With me, I remember, I don't know, I think we're all around the same age, but I don't know if all of our schools had the phenomena of teachers being like, there's a website where we can upload your essays and see if you plagiarize from any essays. And I was like, yeah, that's why I reword it. Duh.
Control F.
No, you just right click all
Replace.
the words and do synonym and it replaces
Yeah, yeah.
it. You just keep doing that all the way through.
Oh yeah, I was real good at taking someone else's voices and warping it into mine. Don't worry. Don't worry, Teach. I got you.
I used to do this trick on my this is not my cheating story, but this is something I used to do, is where I used to find like Control F all the periods and increase the font
Yes.
size of all the periods. It would add like an extra half page.
Yeah.
I kid you
Oh,
not.
wow.
13 would keep the period the same
Periods and
size,
commas.
but it would make it taller just slightly, so the line spacing would push.
But I've cheated on tests here and there. Like I remember one in particular. It was a multiple choice exam, and there was one I was so stuck on, and there was a girl sitting next to me who was very, very smart, and I remember just like doing one of the side eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Because she sat fairly close, and I was like, okay, she put D for that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put D for that. I don't know if it's right, but like,
Oh, that's when they bring
Terrible.
out the two forms of tests. There's an A test and a B test, and so the answers don't
Yep.
line up, and they cycle every other student.
yeah, I realized that that's what they did in that situation too, and so I did not get it right.
Next question is, have you ever been caught having sex?
Trevor, quick, come in here and let them catch it.
Well, if we're going with like sexual acts and not full-on sex, there was definitely a time in high school where a girlfriend and I were like making out and doing stuff, and hands start to wander. And then this was the time that my aunt and uncle were coming to visit. My uncle just blasts into the room, and I'm like, I mean, like, what do you do? It was just like, all right. The thing is, this is happening. And then,
If it's the uncles I think you're talking about, they're pretty chill. So like I feel like they'd be like, "Hey, my man."
well, he came in and he was just like, "Oh, what are you guys watching?" Like he just completely moved past it, and he was like, "This is too awkward to just leave." So
Yeah.
I guess I'll just. Hey,
Whoa.
what are you
But
watching?
it is
Well, that
probably
looks fun.
best.
And then he left.
Ah, it smells like Teen Spirit in here.
Is that Gamer Gunk?
There's probably the most notable was the cops getting me whenever I was at a park.
Having sex?
Banged on the window, told me the park was closed. And then me and the girl, I was like, don't worry, I know of another park. And then we drove to another park, and we go back. We're fooling around again. And then
No,
10
dude.
minutes later, got another knock at the window.
I knew
It's the
it.
same cop.
Really?
He's like,
Come on.
this park's closed too. All the parks are closed.
Which park did you go to? The park across the street? Where did you
No,
go?
I went like it was like a different neighborhood.
I like to imagine you had a map in your dashboard with like parks circled where it's like, don't worry, I got another spot, don't you worry.
I should have gone for like an abandoned parking lot. I don't know.
I was gonna say, like, whoever's catching you, it's gotta be a bummer. They're like, like, I know what they're doing in there. Like, I don't want to
Oh no, I bet they love it.
Nah, he seemed to like it.
Next question. Have you ever been kicked out of a business?
My buddy was at the Cranes bar and like waiting to be served, and it was like a good 30-45 minutes no one served him, so he went on the Facebook page while at the bar and left a bad review and says, I haven't been served and I've been sitting out here 30-45 minutes. And they for some reason was checking their reviews, saw it, came up to him and was like, hey, why are you gonna leave that review? He was like, because you haven't served me. Like, what's your problem?
it worked.
and then like,
You're like, maybe you should get off
Yeah.
Facebook.
So like, so this huge argument ensued, and then I went and left a bad review, and then everyone with us. So then they got mad at us. It was like, you need to leave, and we were like, what? And so we ended up getting kicked out of Cranes because they were so bad at their job that they weren't able to serve guests, but were able to check their Facebook reviews
So bad.
instead of serving their guests.
Next question. Have you ever caught someone else having sex?
I had a roommate who lived on my couch in college for like a couple semesters. I say roommate. He is a guy who lived on my couch. He didn't really have any privacy, so if I just came home and he was with a girl, I was like, hey.
Oh.
Just right there, huh?
Well, I mean, where else is he supposed to go?
Take her to a park. You know a place.
Yeah. Give them your map.
Next question. Have you ever snuck into an event?
Yes.
Barbara, do you have a
I
bingo?
do have a bingo.
Ooh. Let's hear it. Let's see if we're going to count it.
It was at a venue I used to go to kind of near the movie theater I worked at. And it would have like, it's a smaller venue that would play like different bands and stuff like that. And my boyfriend had a friend who was performing, and he had a ticket to it and I didn't. And essentially he just went in, got his wristband and stuff like that, didn't put it on very tight. Mm-hmm. And then I don't remember how we got it out to me outside, but I basically put on the wristband and snuck in. So I guess it's like, I didn't sneak in, like I presented the wristband
sneaking
and
in.
walked in.
But yeah, I count that as a sneak.
You didn't have a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the way. That's the whole reason we have these RFID scanners now, because that was the A1 way. Comic-Con, same thing. You carry the badge out.
Yeah. Luckily, I was
Yeah.
dating someone who was skinnier than I was, so his wrists
Just
were
like
very small.
Yeah.
He was just able to like bend his hand that way.
I was at a party and my buddy's like, "Hey, do you want to go to Eric Andre's party with me?" He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Are we gonna be able to get in?" He was like, "Yeah, no, we're gonna be able to get in. We're gonna be able to get in." And so we go in, and there's a huge line, and then we have these brolic ass security guys are like, "All right, make sure you have your invitations out. If you don't have invitations, you will not be let in." And I was like, "Hey, bro, so you got an invitation for us, right?" He was like, "Yeah, man, don't worry. Yeah, man, don't worry." So we're waiting in this line probably 30 minutes, and he was like, "All right, bro." And he was very skinny, and he like slinks in through the like gate while the security were looking the other way. And he's like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna come back for you." I was like, "What?" And he
What the hell, dude?
So I'm like, "Oh shit, what am I gonna do?" And so like I'm getting close to the front. Everyone has their invitations out. I'm like, okay, I don't have an invitation, but people are starting to get real mad because they can't get in. So I was like, okay, no, the closest thing I can have is just roll charisma, be really nice to the security guards, and see what happens. So like people are pushing, and I'm making like the biggest deal. I was like, "Hey everybody, these guys are out here, they're working hard. I don't need y'all pushing up against them. Y'all just calm down, get your invitations ready. We all gonna get in there." Like just overdoing it, over hard. And then out of nowhere, I get tapped, and the guard's like, "Hey man, come on, you could come inside." And like it worked, and he like lets me inside. The place doesn't
What a
check for invitation, and I get inside, and my buddy's like, "Oh, you made it." And I was like, "Bro, I'm gonna kill you." I'll come back for you. Yeah, you just know anytime you're at some type of sneak in and someone's like, "I'm gonna come back for you," they're not coming back for you.
No.
They're not.
I'll see you when this is over.
Thanks for keeping me company
was
in
a-
line.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm walking around and I see an event, I'll just walk in. Like anything.
It's amazing how well that works.
That is the most on-brand Chris thing I've ever heard.
If I'm not busy and I'm like wandering around, I'm like, I'll go in here and see what's up. I've been to weddings, I've been to like openings and like ceremonies and art auctions and all sorts of stuff.
I think the key is to just have the confidence that you actually belong.
Oh yeah.
The challenge is sometimes the wardrobe. Like if it's like a wedding and I'm like not dressed for a wedding.
Well, that has been another episode of Hard Mode Bingo. I would say this one's less embarrassing and more informative. I feel like we taught some really bad life lessons to the listeners at home. Just act confident when you want to break into an event.
And if you catch people boning, then just be cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to be at a party
Play it
at
off.
the next RTX and hear someone yell, "All right, these guards are working really hard. These guards are working really hard. Calm down."
Come on in.
He watched our video. He's
Yeah, let him in,
He's
let
cool.
him in.
Let him in.
Yeah, and thank you guys so much for joining us too, Iffy and Trevor. It's great to have you guys hang out and get to
Yeah.
know you guys a bit better, even though I know Trevor's very well.
You're literally in the other room from
I
Trevor.
know I can knock on the wall.
He's like 20 yards away from you with that. Cool. Iffy, what are you doing with Rooster Teeth these
yeah.
days? I know you were working on something with Fiona, right?
Check out Effing Around with Iffy and Fiona. We're in there just, up to no good at all times. I was the one who let her know that almost everyone on Rooster Teeth is on WikiFeet, except for me until 2 episodes later, your boy was on WikiFeet. So thank you to the RT community.
Congrats.
RT first, I'm sure it was y'all.
Thank you all for watching this episode of Hard Mode. If you liked it, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. If you want to see more bingo,
Also, leave in the comments questions that you want us to ask for future episodes if we decide to do them. Stay
Stay
hard.
Stay hard.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Just so you know, there's an extended version of this video available at roosterteeth.com, available for everyone. So if you want to hear more dumb stories and see us play more bingo or Bing, then go ahead and click the link in the description below and check it out. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day.